to another episode of Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Max here is feeling a little under the weather because we just made him chug half a bottle of 10% Grand Baltic Porter, so I'm handling the introductions here. And the squirrels are converging. If he falls out of his chair or is otherwise giddy, you'll have to forgive him. Tonight we're bringing you Rising Tide Ishmael from Maine, from the Rising Tide Brewing Company in Portland, Maine. Very, very tiny little operation in Maine. I had hoped to bring back 3 or 4 things from them. They just released a new IPA, but unfortunately this was the only one I could find. And actually when I went back to the store 2 days later, they didn't even have this, so I was lucky to find it.
Really, really popular beer is what you're saying.
Really, really small batches, as it is explained on the bottle. Ishmael, a richly flavored American copper ale, is handcrafted in small 90-gallon batches and bottled by hand.
They're not really a very huge operation, are they?
Certainly not.
No.
This American interpretation of the Alt Bears of Dusseldorf is brewed with continental Munich malt, American-grown hops, and a clean fermented ale yeast to produce a slightly sweet and malty beer balanced by a firm bitterness. This beer is unpasteurized, unfiltered, and bottle-conditioned. Haze and sediment from the live yeast in the bottle are the result of the natural process used to create this beer. For best appearance, decant carefully into a clear, clean glass. Beer first.
Excelente. Por favor.
Now, a nice plain silver cap belies its small-time origins.
You pretty much know my spiel, don't you?
After like 100 or so of these things, I really ought to have learned it by now.
Well, geez, I've been doing beer reviews since last October. It's now September at the time of this recording.
Here you go, Fuzzy.
Thanks.
Now this
That's a really nice looking copper ale.
This one's a nice balance between an ale and a lager.
So, does it say what the ABV is?
Yeah, it says on here somewhere. At least I thought it did. Brewed with New World hops and Old World tradition. Maybe this one doesn't say on the bottle. I don't think it was terribly
Might
strong.
have to look it up. Here's my phone.
I don't think it was super strong. It was probably in the 5 to 6 range.
We come to get you.
Oh,
We're going to take you away.
But I'm totally sober, officer.
Ah, public drunkenness.
Yay. Well, we're on your back deck. We're technically not in public.
Fair enough.
Exactly. Let's try the grocery.
Anyway.
Rising Tide Ishmael.
Well, things are being Googled. It's kind of a hazy thing. I think I can
The Rising Tide of smart shit. What the fuck?
Way to go,
maybe
Siri.
you should look that up on the
literally
break.
came up as Rising Tide Fishmail.
Nice.
Maybe you should look at. Maybe you should look.
I think I can see
All
some.
right,
I'll
break.
take that during the break. So let's take a look at it. It's a nice copper beer.
I think it's got
Half
some floaties
finger
in
head.
it.
Like fish?
Holy shit! Look at this. Look at the motherfucking floaties in there.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of floaties. Buzz's probably has a little bit less because his was close to
Look-
the top
look
of the
at
bottle.
that. Like, okay, maybe you don't see as much. That's a lot of. It's not like hugely offensive or anything. It's not even offensive.
But there's like black sediment
It's like
in there.
dark specks. It's like somebody poured pepper in your beer.
Yeah, actually, I do see it.
Yeah. It's not that bad, really.
Ooh, it smells nice.
Yep. Nice and caramelly.
This I think has some potential.
A nice little faint hint of hops, but I can't really discern what it is right now.
Well, it's American, whatever it is.
Somebody made me chug that 10% beer.
Hey, you
Hey.
be quiet or I'll let you chug this one too.
Fuck you.
Just do your review.
Alright, fine. It's like almost like a fruity, citrusy kind of note.
Yeah, and the hops. Kind of getting a halfway decent malt backbone on that thing.
Yeah, it's coming off as like a little bit of like a caramel malt kind of thing.
It's kind of a
Caramelly.
German,
German,
Marzeny
yeah.
sort of,
Marzen-
Munich-y.
Yeah, Marzeny, I guess is good. Yeah. It's really like it's supposed to be in the style of an alt beer, so it's really it does kind of match up with that style. It's
We should probably get to drinking because
Yeah.
the whippersnipping is starting next door.
getting really noisy. I mean, it's getting close. So we're
It's also getting
losing
dark.
daylight too.
Who whippersnips at 8 o'clock at night, really?
People who work during the day.
People who want to beat the daylight.
Cheers.
All right, cheers. Down the hatch. Wow, that's really not delivering on the flavor front as much as I was hoping.
I don't know, I kind of like it.
It's not bad. It's almost not sweet. And I'm almost getting like an herbal tea note to it.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know, I like the Germany malt in it. It does have a nice little bit of that American hop bitterness.
American hop bitterness, where it's got almost like a grapefruit citrus, but very mild. A very mild amount of hop quotient to it. And
and Fuzzy's making faces.
yeah,
I may end up with the rest of his glass.
or
Starts,
me.
starts off. It starts off nice and smooth and finishes poison.
I'm really not getting a lot of the poison on this one. I think the Sam's had more poison than this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Sam's
maybe,
had more
but-
poison. I'm almost getting like a bit of a toasted grain, maybe of like a spicy rye note.
You know, I'll tell you something. It doesn't taste like, you know how I said it first comes out nice and then turns out bad, like poisony. It doesn't taste like beer.
It doesn't taste like beer.
It. Okay. Back
Explain
me up on
yourself.
this. Back me up on this. Coors Light iced tea.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Not beer. Not beer.
Not
Cool.
beer.
Well,
Coors Light
not
iced
too
tea.
bad, but
Not beer.
cool.
No, I dumped it.
Really? You
I
hate
had one and I dumped it.
You dumped a Coors Light iced tea.
Yes.
That's better than regular Coors Light.
I kind of liked Coors Light iced tea, honestly.
Same here. I think I gave that a 3.
Steph loves that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I dumped it.
Maybe 2 or 3 of them
but-
might get sick of it, but
I only had one.
If you didn't like that one, I could see the similarities between that and this, because there's like a slightly fruity note,
Yep.
as well as a very herbal tea kind of taste.
Yeah.
I take it you don't like tea, do you?
Mhm.
You do.
I like real iced tea. Real teed iced tea.
but
Real
not,
tea.
not brisk.
Not
Not
Nestea. Not Nestea.
No,
real
not
tea.
that. Yeah, that's right. There's a really nice place in the Eaton Center in Toronto that serves awesome real iced tea.
Well, you know what? I've never been to the Eaton Center in Toronto.
You should. It's pretty
Well,
cool.
we're not talking about Toronto or tea. We're talking about Maine and beer.
That's true.
Toronto, center of the universe to all those Ontario people.
Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah, let's back to the beer. though.
Toronto?
Back
Let's
to the
get
beer.
Toronto. Fine. Gets to some of the.
This is a weird tangent if we get you drunk enough.
All right. So you want to sit down with this one for a bit?
I think we need to cut.
Yeah, we need to cut here. So we'll talk to you guys in a bit. Be right back. And we're back with Rising Tide's Ishmael, which comes in at 5.1% ABV.
As our fact-checking
Thank
department
God
has told
for
us.
that. Excuse me.
Do we have a department? We have a department.
We have a department, I guess. Anyway, so what do we think about this particular beer?
I liked it. I don't care what you
You liked
fuckers
it.
say.
I'm not sure. I liked it. It's good. I will give it that. It's definitely got a medium body to it. It's effervescent. It's got quite a bit of carbonation in there for such a light beer. A lot of cinnamon. But is it as good as some of the other alt beers I've had, like that True North or the Otter Creek Copper Ale? Or you were saying something about in the early break
The
about
Did Seal Rescourse.
Rescousse, which I like. I'd love to try at some point.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
I don't know if it's the best alt beer I've ever had, but it's definitely a good one.
It's not bad.
But it's just got this weird herbal tea note that I mean, I like. I like tea. I like herbal tea, but I'm just not sure if it fits the style.
Anyway,
You know what? I'm not gonna hold too much against it because of that.
I'm not going to say for sure that this is like my favorite alt beer, and I'm not going to say that
No.
this isn't even my favorite one of the 2 I've had from Rising Tide. I think I might have liked the Daymark better
The
than
Daymark
this.
is, I like the Daymark a lot better than this, but
I didn't like
comes
the
across as having a little bit of ricey, like a rye finish to it, like a little bit of rye malt in there.
A little
Give it
peppery sort of
peppery,
thing.
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
No idea.
that being said, I did like it a fair bit. It might not be the best possible thing from this brewery or the best possible thing in the style, but I still did like it quite a lot.
I'm not going to rate it as highly as the Daymark, but I'm going to give it a 3.5. What do you think?
I'm going to give it a 3 3/4.
3 3/4?
Yeah.
So we flip-flopped here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think I like Otter Creek better. But
I think I like
I
the
can't
Rescourse
really
better,
think straight right now anyway, so it's...
You've been all Grand Baltic Porter, bitch.
Yeah, I've been 10% of the arsehole here. I'm quite hammered, and
We better call it a night before we have to
yeah.
roll Max out of here.
and before it's too dark out, and I don't think I want to walk home right now, so...
Shazam.
Shazam! Yeah! Alright.
Good night, you
So-
two. We're here all week. Try the veal. Actually, don't try the veal. Veal's
Try the-
terrible.
Don't try the veal.
Don't
Try
try
the
the veal.
escargot.
That's less cruel, yes.
Less cruel. Slugs.
Yes.
Red shell, dude. Alright. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.
Cheers.